What is up, everybody? It's your boy Kyle back at it again with another video. I got a brand new hat and I got some ways that you guys can save money this year when it comes to cruising, because let's be real, this year everything has just gotten so expensive when it comes to travel, and these tips are going to help you save some serious money. That's probably going to be where the hat stays for the rest of this channel's history. So you guys just witnessed something massive happen on this channel today by watching this video and that hat. But let's dive right into it because I don't want to waste any more of your time, and let's go right into it with tip number one. If you watch our other tip videos throughout the course of this channel, we definitely recommend either booking extremely early or really last minute. That way you guys can get the best deals, because typically cruise lines want to sail with as many cabins sold as possible. So they try to have their ships booked out either really far in advance, so that way they're guaranteed some money up front, or if there are rooms that are empty, they want to fill those rooms up. So there's some really good deals that come up last minute, like a week before the sailing. If they don't think they're going to fill those rooms, they reduce the rates a lot, like very significantly, so you can hop on a cruise last minute. So if you want to try to plan for this, all you have to do is basically put your vacation time in if you're still working. I do know that a majority of the people watching this are actually retired, so unlike the people like us who have to worry about vacation, you guys can do whatever you want. But if you are working still, I would suggest putting in your paid time off, blocking out the cruise that you want to go for that week, and then just wait till the cruise comes closer and the rates drop lower and lower. Which leads me to tip 1.5, because it's not really a different tip, but when you're booking, definitely look at booking through a travel agent. I really just came across this in the last year or so and realized that travel agents have access to much different rates and promotions than the average cruiser. Even if you are a valued member or if you're a part of their loyalty club, you're still not getting the best guaranteed rates. And a travel agent, 9 out of 10 times, are getting really good rates as well as onboard credit that they can give you on top of a reduced rate. So you have to make sure that you take advantage of those onboard credits that they give you. I know for some cruises, it could only be $50 to $75 for a cabin. However, other cruises, if you're booking more expensive cabins, could be upwards of $500 to $1,000 of onboard credit, which means you could basically book all your excursions, your drink package, and all of that other fun stuff just with the onboard credit. You don't even have to touch your wallet, which means basically for the price of your cruise, if you book with the travel agent or you get a really good promo, you don't have to pay anything else out of pocket. It can all be done basically for the price of just your cruise fare. Number two, usually when you're on vacation, especially cruising, alcohol plays a major factor in your vacation, and I would suggest perhaps looking at getting the drink package. This one is definitely up to personal preference, and you have to look at each drink package and your consumption habits. So basically, if you drink pretty much more than 7 drinks on any cruise line, the drink package will pay for itself. But if you drink under 7 drinks a day, typically the drink package is not for you. However, you have to look at other things like how much bottled water are you going to consume? Do you drink energy drinks? Do you like having vitamin water? Do you like having milkshakes? Do you like having smoothies? Because all of those things are typically all encompassed under the drink package, which you would have to pay for additionally if you didn't have the drink package, but they would be complimentary with the drink package. So it's not only alcohol, it is a variety of other drinks as well. And if you don't think the drink package is worth it, a lot of cruise lines will offer you the opportunity to just buy a bottle of liquor and bring it to your room. Granted, these liquor bottles are usually 3 to 4 times their retail price, so a bottle of Tito's that is usually $25 in the store is about $100 delivered to your room. However, you do get 16 shots of liquor in a typical bottle. So if you think over a 7-day vacation, if you want to have 2 shots a day from that bottle and then go buy your drinks as you go, you might be able to save some money that way. Another thing is you can bring drinks on board with you. A lot of cruise lines will offer you the opportunity to bring a bottle of wine per person or champagne per person on board per stateroom. So if you have 3 people in a cabin, you could bring 3 bottles of wine with you. Granted, if you're a heavy drinker, this isn't really going to do a dent in your week-long vacation. However, if you're a moderate to light drinker, if you want to have a glass of champagne on your balcony while you're just waiting for your dinner reservation or you're just watching the sunset, it can be a nice way to unwind and a completely free way to unwind once you're on board. Another way to save a significant amount of money if you're looking to upgrade your vacation would be to skip booking your excursions with the cruise line. Cruise lines typically upcharge you for the same experiences that you would get at a different company for maybe 20 to 50%. It is a wide margin. So if you want to go on a food tour in San Juan, Puerto Rico, the cruise line would charge you about $130, where if you went on a website like TripAdvisor or Viator, you can get that exact same tour, probably with the exact same tour guide doing it, for about $75 to $80. So save 40 bucks there. And if you're looking at traveling with multiple people, that adds up pretty quickly. Granted, if you are gonna book an excursion that is long, the cruise line will be your best friend if you book through the cruise line. So if your excursion goes over the allotted amount of time and you're not making it back in time to meet the ship, say if the ship departs at 4 o'clock and your excursion's getting back to the dock at 4:30, because you booked through the cruise line, you get insurance technically, and the ship will wait for you to get to the port. However, on the other hand, if you're on that same excursion and you are not with anyone from that ship and the excursion is going over by a couple of minutes, they will not wait for you. They will leave you in that country and you'll be forced to figure out how to get to either the next port or back at home. And that is just a terrible situation because you just missed the rest of your vacation, or you have to spend a bunch of money to fly somewhere to catch up with the cruise ship at the next port. So just err on the side of caution depending on what you're looking to do. If it's a 1-hour food tour or if it's a 10-hour boat ride excursion extravaganza, it might be worth it to book with the cruise line. But if you wanted to save money, you could book with a third-party company. And I highly recommend doing your own research on the companies and if they are reputable companies if you're going to go through a third party. So websites like TripAdvisor, Cruise Critic, even Google, they'll all have reviews for the company. Just type in the company name and type in wherever you're going to be in the port, whatever port you're going to be in. So say food tour Puerto Rico, I'm sure that you'll be able to find a bunch of reviews, and they're very thorough on websites like that. So you should have no problem doing your own research. The next tip involves booking the cruise that is right for you. So if you're being a little more budget conscious, maybe you don't want to get a balcony room. You might want to opt for a guaranteed interior, even though they're not really guaranteed. I just saw a news article that somebody who booked a guaranteed room was not able to get on. But for the sake of the argument, let's just act like everything's fine and peachy. Usually I've done this in the past when I didn't really have a lot of money. I would book a guaranteed interior or a guaranteed ocean view. I've never had any issues on board personally. However, there are horror stories pretty much with anything. So if you want to be guaranteed, I would highly recommend booking a stateroom that is a guaranteed stateroom, and typically they will be able to accommodate you, and these rates are much cheaper, usually about $100 to $200 cheaper per person than just getting a assigned category. There are some downfalls with this though, because the cruise line does pick your room, so sometimes you might be close to the engine room, or you might be in the back of the ship or the front of the ship where it gets a little bit more rocky. So just to be wary that it's not going to be all rainbows and sunshine if you do this, but sometimes you do get very lucky and they might give you a really nice room. Also, the type of cruise you book can really dictate prices. Like a repositioning cruise is an awesome way to get on a cruise ship for dirt cheap. These are cruises that do not depart and arrive at the same destination. They depart from one place and they're repositioning, get it, repositioning cruises to another home port. So in the period of a 7-day cruise, that cruise might only be $200. However, you're gonna have to figure out your airfare or the way home because they're only a one-way sailing. Like, I know my mother has just booked a ship from Spain to Florida, and they're going on that ship for dirt cheap. They're able to travel around the Mediterranean a little bit for, I think in all, I'm not gonna try to put my mother's business out there, but for a couple $100, when a cruise in the Mediterranean would be a couple $1,000. So serious significantly savings. It's kind of one of those bucket list cruises, but it works out for them because they only have to pay for their one-way flight to Spain and then they're sailing home for free, which is really nice, honestly. So if you can plan it, definitely try to do it when it's a repositioning cruise. Tip 5 would just be live in the moment. And honestly, that sounds kind of dumb, but if you don't buy the internet package, if you stay off your phone, you are able to save a lot of money because you're not paying for the internet per day. And it also allows you to do things like take advantage of the onboard activities that are free. So you can go around and you can do numerous things like play poolside games, watch entertainment, go to the nightclub and dance, go to the fitness activities, etc., etc. There are tons of things that the cruise line does that is usually free. There are also things you can do to upgrade your fun, like play bingo, go gamble in the casino. There's plenty of ways to kill time, but if you are a budget conscious cruiser, there's also tons of things to do that are free. They have movies that you could just watch for free on the Lido deck on Carnival. They have the Aqua Show on Royal Caribbean that has high diving and it's extremely cool. Norwegian, I really don't know what they do, to be honest, but I'm sure they do something. Everything that's come to mind is like go-karts and laser tag, but you all have to pay for that. I'm sure Norwegian does something though. Honestly, let me know in the comments if you've been on Norwegian and have done a fun free activity, because I've done Norwegian a couple times and honestly I can't think of a free activity that comes to mind that's fun, so let me know in the comments. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. If you want to show that you made it this far in the video, feel free to comment below and say something about my new hat. I would really appreciate it, because this is my pride and joy on top of my other pride and joy, which is Turbo Man. And if there's other tips and tricks that you guys use to personally save money when it comes to just sailing on any ship, let me know. We'd love to help build the community out and help people save some money. That is one of the goals of our channel, is to help you guys that are watching this video. And if you are watching this video, we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. We're around 7,000 right now, so we have our work cut out for us, but if you subscribe, it makes this journey for us a lot easier, and we really appreciate it. We're gonna do a crazy giveaway at 10,000 subscribers. At 1,000, we gave away a free cruise, so we're gonna go off at 10,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Kyle. We'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.